Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Derek here. We are finally reacting to the season finale of The Expanse. This is season 5, episode 10. It is called Nemesis Games. Now, what happened last time on The Expanse? Last time was called Winnipesaukee because that's the island or set of islands that Amos and Clarissa went to try and find a way off the planet. In the course of the episode, they successfully got off the planet, which was pretty nice. They torched all those dudes that were trying to kill them. Pretty happy about that. We had, let's see, Holden is still kind of burning hard for Naomi, and Alex and Bobby are on the way as well. I think something's going to happen to Alex. He's either going to get, like, scarred, like, physically so that they can recast him, or he's going to die. Because I know the actor Cass Anvar is not coming back next season. So that's it's weird to think of that as a spoiler, but due to his conduct outside of the show, he will not be a part of next season. So I assume something is going to happen to him. Drummer is in a precarious position of trying to balance her loyalties to Naomi and Holden and them, like the friendship and relationships they have, while also balancing trying to keep her, like, her little family alive, and not being murdered by Marco. So it'll be interesting to see how she goes about that this episode, because I think something's going to come to a head. What else? Yeah, I think Naomi will make it out alive, because she does in the books. Ooh, Avasarala is now, like, the main dog in charge again, so that's fun. Been waiting waiting all season for that, because everyone else just sucks. So, we're excited. This is the season finale, so thank you for being here. If you've been watching my Expanse videos, I am sorry for making you guys wait so often. Some of these episodes for other shows are a little more time sensitive because they come out on certain days, and I want to get on those before, like, the next week comes around. And these ones kind of all dropped at once, so it gives me a little more freedom because I'm already, like... Actually, these didn't drop all at once. What am I saying? The first 3 dropped at once, and then after that, they came after. So, yeah. We'll find out what's going to go down. So I'm excited to jump into the finale. Lots of things could happen, especially due to, outside of the show behavior. Lots of storylines can shift and change because Alex is a very central character. So him not being in the next season could shift and change a whole bunch of other people's storylines. So that's really exciting. And next season's the like series, like the final season, unless they take a long break and film some more seasons when these actors are older, because in the books there is a pretty substantial time jump, or maybe they try and do a film of some kind. Who knows? So presumably things can be a lot different from the book. So I'm excited that I don't necessarily know what's going to happen. Before we jump into this, please consider leaving a like on the video if you like what you see. If you want to see more of my reactions to any other shows I'm watching, like WandaVision, Falcon Winter Soldier coming up, Superman and Lois, we got The Bad Batch eventually, Loki, like any Marvel shows that are coming out, I'll be watching them. So if you want to see my reactions to those, make sure you're subscribed. And if you just feel like supporting me outside of YouTube, I do have a Patreon if that's something you're interested in. I post the full-length reactions to the episodes that I watch. I usually post those a little bit after the highlight version goes on YouTube, sometimes like up to a week or more. So try and be patient with me if that's something you're interested in. But if you're not interested in that, don't click on it. That's fine too. I'm just glad that you're here. So without further ado, let's jump into the season 5 finale of The Expanse.
Looks like we got a skinny hunting party.
Nice language.
2 Martian warships and 3 armed Delta ships.
Yeah, that's a little racist.
Well, can we win?
You want a tactical breakdown? No, we can't win. The ship's low on PDC ammunition and we're badly outgunned. We have a railgun.
So we have to run.
That's not good news. Gotta get creative here. Or just trust that Drummer is gonna not fight. Cereal Mall. That's a big heckin' chonker.
I would take fire control.
Fine.
Screw you. You're not in charge of anything.
You don't have to be here to watch it happen.
I don't look away from what I do.
Kamina.
Captain now. Kamina later.
Clear boundaries. Right now, she is the captain. She is not your wife. She's got a job to do, but I seriously hope she pulls out a gun and domes that other girl. Just smokes her in the brain.
The only reason we're here is because you decided to go after your girlfriend. I'll accept my level of responsibility, but Marco Nero's killed millions on Earth. He murdered Fred. He started a war. That's why we're here.
Yeah, a little bit.
God damn it. Empty your fucking magazines right in their faces. They wanted a fight. We'll give them one. Give my friends a chance to get away.
Sick nasty, let's do it. Guns a-blazing.
Alex,
She's probably regretting coming on this ship. She's like, damn it, I'm gonna die?
Shit, Alex. I'm sorry.
We'll get her back, Jim. Go give him hell.
Rossi survives. It's gonna be fucking nasty. Oh, I just swore. I'm sorry. It's gonna be frickin' nasty. It's gonna be dirty as heck, man. I apologize for the salty language, Mom. I know you're watching this at some point. It was an accident. We're getting closer. It's not good. What is she trying to knock off? Hey. She's sending water out into space? Ooh, no, she's just hitting that. Altering the trajectory slightly. Good work. Whatever you did. Whatever new path you just set yourself on.
The Chitsumoka just changed course. It's in a spiral.
At least it's not running away from us now.
Port bow thruster fired. One short burst. Weird.
Probably a malfunction.
Yeah.
Naomi's on that ship. I'm gonna get her. That's that.
Yeah. Might give your life doing it.
At least one of these skinnies is not an idiot. Be grateful. That actually works for us right now. That's the last time you use that word on this ship. Excuse me? I know you're pissed about Fred and psyching yourself up for the fight, but leave that skinny shit out of it. Duly noted.
Yeah, don't bring that racist crap in here. His lady friend is a belter. He doesn't appreciate that. And he's just a decent person.
Targeting all 5. Second,
Yo, if you just like come in, just take them all out.
The goal is to fly through them to buy as much time as we can for the Razorback. We're not trying to win. I'd rather win.
Yeah. If I was, I'm like, I'd rather win.
Don't even twitch. Shut up. This won't help your friends, but you know what it will do. Another word and you die.
Shoot her. Ooh. God dang, drummer. That's what's up, girl.
No time. This is drama. Disengage.
Who's that guy? Is that her husband? Ooh. Is that her wife? Or one of them? Hell yeah. Oh, she's dead?
She's dead.
Hell yeah. Gotta fire some missiles. Is she firing it at her friends?
Destroyer's out of it. Approaching target lock on the head.
That's what's up. God, drummer, you freaking rock. Should have known drummer's not gonna go along with this plan. What? Is he firing on drummer? No. What just happened?
Built their hostiles. This is Rocinante. Shut down your reactors and stand down immediately. Well, we will engage. Acknowledge.
Hold on. This is drama.
Yeah, it is. You're goddamn right, Kamina freaking drummer. Let's go, girl. Top shelf, baby. Now you have to relay that freaking info. Oh, that's danger zone. That's caution. Caution zone. Red zone means explosion. She's going back in. The absolute willpower of this woman right now. It's astounding. She's running on absolute fumes. Once more into the breach. Oh, is she gonna jump out? That's a bold move. Sprint. Sprint and jump. Oh, you got no oxygen. That's insane. You just have the oxygen from your mask. Is that them? Don't torture.
Oh my god.
Shit.
What is she doing?
Don't come near.
My radio is out. Low air. Explosion hazard. Do not approach.
The ship is circling her. We can't avoid it.
Oh no. Yo, get her an oxygen tank at least. Just shoot a little one for her to catch. Is Bobby gonna just dive bomb her with her suit? Get her some oxygen. Bobby, get there with your suit, girl. Oh, hell yeah. Did she catch her? Yeah, Bobby, you absolute champ. That's what's up, Bobby Draper. You absolute champ.
Razorback, I have your visual. Naomi appears hypoxic and dehydrated. She'll need fluids right away. Have the autodoc ready. What is the Rossi's ETA?
Oh, is Alex about to blow up?
Copy.
What happened?
Alex, reply. Do you read me? Alex.
What, did he have a brain aneurysm? Did he stroke out? That's how they're taking him out, really? Interesting. Not in some glorious explosion, just stroking out there, eh?
We sent 3 tight beam, all to Drummer's ship. Nothing come back.
Say it again!
Yes, boss man.
He's so mad. Ooh, Ho's mad.
I'm happy to see it.
He looks taller than you. The way they shot this, he's looking down at him.
Immediately after taking the oath of office, the Secretary General invoked the emergency powers provision of the Charter, placing Earth and Luna under martial law until the situation is stabilized.
To the good and law-abiding people of the belt, we are not at war with you, but to work with.
Hey, Sergeant.
Good way to differentiate them. She wants to know
These are the logs.
which one of these is a missile that went away.
You did all this before taking on 5 enemies? Yeah. This is a tough little ship. What are you looking for?
She's like, you fought that many missiles before you took out all these people? I think she's looking for a torpedo or missile of the oh, he's got his cup. Torpedo of the protomolecule that shot away.
My message.
I am in control.
The one I sent before I reached Palace.
Oh, that one. Okay.
I didn't play it.
Not even oft.
He wasn't gonna deal with that possibility.
What we had together, our odd little family on the Rosie, it was good. Truly good. People come into our lives.
Indeed.
And go out. There will be more wonderful things for you. You can let me go.
Not anymore, he can't.
Everything will be alright. I will love you and Amos and Alex for as long as I love anything.
That's cute. Good thing he doesn't have to act on it. He can just hang out with you forever. Oh, kicks him out? What a butthole.
I told him not to go, but said she wanted to be there.
Was that Philip or was that Marco? Who did that? That's Marco. Of course it was him. Think she might choose a path away from you. Yeah. See ya.
I will take the mountain.
Is he gonna stay? Oh, snap. That's what's up.
We have nothing to stay together for.
Yo, shut up. You suck. I'm glad you're gone. Get out of here. Drummer did the right thing, and you're being a little punk about it. Like, yeah, family's important, but some things are, you know, galactic, world-saving type shiz, and you gotta be okay with that.
If you change your mind, I won't.
His family's here.
But I will have a drink with you.
Oh, look at that beauty. She looks remarkably healthy.
It's good to be seen. It's not your fault.
Losing a family.
She kind of blames herself.
Around to save your family. As far as last stands go, that's the one I picked. He picked it too. You threatened to kill me once. Did you mean that?
Yeah.
A lot's changed since then.
So, even though you were gonna kill me then, now we got each other's backs, right? It's no hard feeling.
Yeah. So, new person that was gonna try and kill you.
All right.
He's like the logic tracks.
We're good.
She's gonna ride with us for a little while.
Sup?
Hi.
Hey, just going up.
He's like, what the F? I did not agree to this. But Amos is excited. He's like, sleep over. He's like, let me show you my crib. This is where I live. She's probably been there once before as a prisoner, but oh, their little family. A legitimate salvage. Just think, if Cass Anvar wasn't a total butthole, he'd still be alive on this show.
This is what Marco Inaros hates. This is what he is afraid of. All we have to do now is to turn every Belter, Martian, and Earther into this.
A family.
This is how we win.
If I remember in the books, they do like a little, almost like a social media campaign, and they like interview Belters and stuff.
We didn't destroy all of the Nemesis.
It looks like a head scratcher thing that you put on your head.
It looks like the Rossi lost track. It happens. Good evasion by the missile. The PDC shifted.
It wasn't a missile, it was the protomolecule.
Come with me and don't make a fuss of it.
Yo, stuff's going down. You're gonna have to go to war at the ring gates. Oof. That's crazy. They're just every gun, every ship they have firing on them. And they're getting hit from behind too. Frick.
Based on the drive signatures, it looks like several of them were previously reported lost by the MCRN in engagements with Inaro's forces.
They're taking the ring gates.
On behalf of Admiral Duarte, I would like to extend our congratulations on a well-fought victory.
Tell the Admiral he has the protection of the Free Navy.
I wonder who they cast as Duarte. Have we met him? Cortazar.
We are already seeing beautiful results. I am confident that the structures are stable and, I believe, still intact.
Oh, those are the giant crazy ships. I forgot about those.
Fleet, Barkeith, approaching Laconia ring.
Yeah.
The vectors are set for clear path.
Laconia is some crazy stuff, yo. Look, the Laconian ships are balls to the walls. Insane.
It's just a keepsake. Belonged to my mother.
Get rid of it. What a dick. Oh yeah, weird stuff happens. What the frick? They were one of the ships that didn't make the transit. I think they got sucked into nothing. Oh! Oh! God dang it! Frick! That's the end of the season. This post-episode discussion is going to be filled heavily with spoilers. So if that is something you don't want to be heard, I mean, they're not like specific spoilers, but they're vague spoilers, but you can glean a decent amount of info from that. So if that's something you don't want to hear, don't just don't watch the post episode discussion. Yeah, I'll cut that and put it at the beginning. Wow. So at first glance, if you don't really know a ton about what happens in the books, this might have almost felt like an anticlimactic season finale, but I don't know. Dang, holy crap. Some of the stuff they just set up for next season is stuff that like carries on through the next 3-4 books that I don't know how they're going to be able to do this stuff. That's insane. Okay, let's start from the beginning. They're on course for so Holden and Alex and Naomi and all that, or Alex and Bobby they're all on course for Naomi at the Chetmoka, but the Rocinante has like no bullets. Like they got like 10 bullets, and they're like, well, like we can't outrun them. We don't have enough mass to outrun them, and if we just get in a straight fight, we cannot outgun them. So their plan is to just shoot right through, maybe take a few out if they can, and just give Alex and Bobby enough time to rescue Naomi. Meanwhile, Naomi is seeing stuff, and she sees Alex and Bobby getting closer and closer, and she's like, frickin' balls. Like, this is not good. If they get close enough to dock, Explosion City. So she's like, I'm gonna hit this thruster a ton of times, and I'm gonna send it into a tailspin so then they cannot dock with us. Like, impossible. But, you know, on the way to her, they kind of had to put themselves in a spinny orbit, I think, with the Chetmoka to try and dock with them. So he got like a path set up that they would go to, but they burned hard like the whole way there. Not a fun time. Now it was very anticlimactic how they took Alex out. You know, granted, I don't think they would have wanted him to come back to film some like grand scene. I don't think he would want to do that. Like, I mean, he probably obviously cares about the character and doing the character justice, even when he's being removed from the show. But I think it would have just been an awkward situation all around if he were to be like given this grand send-off, considering, you know, his outside of the show antics. You know, if that had never happened and they were planning to kill Alex anyway, they would have given him a grand send-off, a big finale of a death. But I don't think they wanted to celebrate the actor as well. Oftentimes when a character goes out in a blaze of glory, you know, a lot of praise is heaped on that actor for their portrayal of the character. And I want to be clear. Cass Anvar is an incredible Alex. Like, he is so freaking good. He is literally the perfect casting choice for Alex Kamal, which is what makes it so unfortunate that his actions outside of the show happened, because it just ruined so much stuff. You know, it's possible that the show might have gone on beyond season 6 if he had never done what he did. And for those of you who don't know what he did, I'm not going to talk about it in specifics, but he inappropriately interacted with a series of fans, and it took advantage of his position of influence and power. And subsequently he was removed from the show because of it. Now, it's entirely possible that if he didn't do that, the show would be going on past season 6. His character would be alive right now, because his character, I can tell you right now, his character did not die in the books. He is an old man with everybody else. Some other characters die. I don't want to name who they are, but other people die, not Alex. And some people die and then undie. So that's interesting as well. I don't think they'll go for that, because that's like book 8. But that also brings me back to like how they're gonna do some of this stuff, because some of the stuff they set up directly plays into some weird like death, not death type jazz in the future, and like altering people with protomolecule. It's insane. But yeah, so Alex kind of went out in a unceremonious way, and even after, they were like, pretty much were like, hey, his ex is gonna handle the funeral arrangements, and Naomi was like, I kind of blame myself. But then with her message, that they literally played a message where she was essentially like, we need to move on and think about the good things. So they kind of moved past Alex's death real quick. They were just like, okay, he's dead, had a stroke due to the hard burn, trying to save Naomi, and now he's gone, and we're just kind of moving past it. We're not really gonna address a lot of it from here on out. Going forward, we are a new family, and it's possible that Peaches will now have a greater role in the show than she did in the books. In the books, at this point, she was kind of, she was very much still involved, but she, I think, was just a regular, kind of more of a side character. It's entirely possible that she might become more of a main character, because she was heavily focused on this season. It's entirely possible that Bobby will take over some of those storylines that Alex left off. Which it's also very interesting, because in the books, Alex and Bobby have a very unique friendship beyond this book even. So I don't know. Lots of stuff could happen. Don't know how I feel about it yet. But they successfully save Naomi. Bobby gets in her little jetpack suit and goes and gets her and brings her back, and then she's Gucci, good to go. Meanwhile, on the way, there's just this sick, nasty fight where they're going to dive bomb 5 ships. They're just like, we're going out in a blaze of glory. Give Bobby and Alex some time. But then Drummer, absolute top-notch gal Drummer, is just like, nah, F this. Shoots out the drive of one of the other ships. Somehow, like, they kill Caral, the crappy lady that sucked. Her actor's probably great, and she's probably a delight in real life, but her character is a butthole. And she died because she took her mask off, and then Michio Pa hit her in the back of the head with a fire extinguisher, and she smashed her face on like the corner of a table and died. And I was pumped about it, and Drummer was like, hell yeah, let's do this. Meanwhile, she had to kind of pull a gun on her husband. I believe that was one of her husbands, because he was straight up trying to stop her, to be like, we're gonna die if we do this. But her and Michio did what they needed to do, and somehow it was a little hard to tell exactly what was happening, because some of these ships look similar in outer space, so it was, at certain points, it was a little difficult to tell who was shooting who. Like, at one point, I definitely thought the Rocinante just got ripped to shreds, but I think it was one of the Belter frigates that got tore up. So it was a little hard to tell what was happening in that fight, not gonna lie. But the Rocinante remained unscathed, and Drummer somehow took out the other Belter ships, or at least their drive cones and stuff. So that's neat. But in in the process, her family is not super thrilled with her. Marco is like, hey, we're gonna send a message to Drummer real quick. Gets her husband, one of her husbands that she was like, hey, you can go aboard this ship as like a trade-off. And they kick him out an airlock and essentially taunt her with it, which leads her main wife, whatever her name was. Let's see what her name is. Oksana. So causes her to be like, yo, I'm leaving. Because they've had this kind of whole debate throughout the season of like, what's more important, our family or like the greater good of fighting against Marco. Because Marco's like going to war, essentially. Killed pretty much both of Drummer's like main parental influences. Tried to kill her best friend and like kind of like almost former lover. Like she definitely was like in love with Naomi. I don't know if Naomi ever felt the same feelings, but I feel like Drummer, at least as it's portrayed in the show, definitely had feelings for Naomi. And they even dress it with Oksana when she's like, do you love us as much as you loved her? And she definitely lied to her there, where she was like, yeah, of course. No, she didn't. And so they've had this whole debate throughout the season of like, what's more important, keeping your immediate family alive or like doing what is right for the greater good of the system, and, Drummer in the end chooses the relationships that she's had for longer and what is overall like a bigger thing, I guess, if that makes sense. Like it is more important that Marco is stopped than than if one of her family dies. Like the one that she was most willing to give up anyway, where she was like, you can go to this ship, that's fine. He dies. And so Oksana and then the blonde haired dude, what is his name again? Bertold. Oksana and Bertold are like, deuces, we're leaving. Essentially, you betrayed our family and you were willing to pretty much sentence us to death to save other people who are not in your family. And I get that. I get that they would be like, hey, we can't really be a part of this anymore if we are not the number one priority in your life. Like, is this really truly a marriage? And so they're like, we're leaving, and then they try and get Joseph to leave with them, and he's like, no, I'm staying. Part of that might be because he's like prefers Naomi, and he's like, or not Naomi, Drummer, and he's like, okay, I'm choosing her. Part of it might be earlier in the episode when Oksana was like, you're the one that needs to help her now, she won't let me. It might have been him like obligation staying, being like, okay, I'm gonna keep that promise and keep her alive and stuff. And then Michio Pa has a much bigger role in the books. At least she's more focused on. In the books, Michio Pa is essentially what Drummer is in this season. So Drummer in the books is not involved with this like polyamorous thing, if I remember correctly. Michio Pa is the captain of this ship, and she's the one that has this polyamorous family, and they focus on her on multiple chapters. So it's very interesting that they kind of sidelined her and gave her story to Drummer. But I'm not opposed to it. So her and Joseph stay. So I think they had how many? Drummer, whoever Surge is the one that dies. So they had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them, and 2 of them leave and 1 of them dies. So now they're a clan of like 3. And I think that is good for storytelling going forward. I think it keeps those relationships tighter and allows more time to focus on those characters going forward if that's what they want to do. Yeah, but so Drummer is she's a little bummed out because her family's leaving, but she saved Naomi, saved Holden, saved the world essentially. And yeah, Marco is not happy though. he's a little bit upset. We got, what else? Oh, Amos is on Luna, getting back with the Rocinante. They are kind of a new family. This was the back half of this episode was kind of like setting up next season. So I feel like they had to do this almost because of what happened with Cass Anvar and Alex's character, of like they could not, again, if he had not done those things, they would have sent him off as like this grand finale, or if he would have been alive, I think they wouldn't have had to spend the second half of this episode being like, all right, let's move forward. This is how we win, with hope and love, and focusing on being like, all right, let's forget the past, let's move forward. So the back half of this episode was very much like a setup episode, with lots of stuff going down. Amos goes on board and he's like, all right, Cap, we gotta talk about something real quick. Remember how you were gonna kill me one time? And he's like, yeah. Would you actually have done it? He's like, yeah. And he goes, okay, cool. You know how we're like friends now, right? And we're family? And he's like, yeah. Okay. He goes, all right, I'm going to need you to keep that same energy when I bring my friend aboard. And he's like, what are you talking about? He's like, Peaches, let's go. Like, you're moving in, new roommate, baby. And Holden's face is like, no. He's not going to be happy about it. He's definitely not going to trust Peaches. Because, one, hers is a little more severe. I mean, the logic technically carries over, but hers was definitely like, not just, hey, I'm going to pull a gun on you, and if you shoot these people, I'm going to shoot you too. It was like a calculated, like, month to year-long revenge tour against Holden, where she became a terrorist, committed mass murder, and eventually made up for it, but still, she didn't make up for it. She, kinda, because even though she killed a bunch of people, her actions in the ring gate saved all of humanity, essentially, so, she made up for it. Yeah, Peaches is dope. I like her a lot. I think she's great, and she's going to be a great addition to the crew. And her storyline prominence could possibly elevate itself because of the lack of Alex. So it'll be very interesting to see how they handle next season. What else? Oh, and then we kind of end things with the attack on the ring gate and the Martians. Essentially, the Belters kind of adopt this new policy of like, not only are they going to cripple Earth and keep Earth like in its own space, they're going to also take all the ring gates and they're going to give one system to Mars. Mars can have this beautiful, lush place, so they no longer have to terraform stuff. They can just be Mars out in this place in Laconia. And then they're like, all right, now we are in charge of everything. So they perform this like tactical attack on the ring gates where they broke up some more rocks and they sent them to attack destroy the ships outside the ring gate, blew them all up. Martians shot from the other side. They name dropped Winston Duarte. I don't think they cast him. They didn't show him at all. So I'm wondering who they'll pick as him next season and what role that will play, because the Martians in Laconia, so end of season 6 or book 6, there's a 30 or 40 year time jump, and then the next like 2 to 3 books heavily focus on Laconia, and also what happened at the end, which actually I feel like was brought up before, but also like in the books it's brought up previously, but I think it's the first time it happened here, and hints to some deeper things. But yeah, they perform this tactical attack, and then the Martians take their place, and they're going through, and their ship with the what's his face Butthole McGee, they get a message of like from the scientist on Laconia, and there's these giant massive ships. These are like ships that the proto-molecule or the Laconian race or whatever created before they died off or something. I don't quite remember. But these ships are insane. Like, they're insane. Like, one of these ships can take out like every single ship in the system. Like, one of these ships that they have and are gonna try and like bring back online can take out the entirety of Earth's fleet, like the UN's fleet. This ship can destroy all of them, and it's insane. Like, and they can't be shot. Like, they just absorb bullets, and it's like a constantly like rotating shield system. It's like, ugh, and it's like organic and alive, and it's crazy. Pretty much everything with the Laconia stuff is crazy. So the final 3 books kind of bring this whole vibe of like the same vibe as the first 3 books, where some stuff like you have this predetermined like set of rules that seem somewhat realistic, and then you throw in this weird crazy alien undertones and problems in it, and then the middle 3 books have kind of like reestablished that like, okay, these are the rules of the universe, like the ring gate, proto-molecule, all that jazz. But then there's a whole new thing, because remember, there is a thing that killed the people that made the proto-molecule. Like, there is something like outside of the universe, but inside it, like shifting within the universe, that killed these things. And they are not super thrilled about everybody else. So, and there's some retaliatory things that happen, but one of the things that happens is anytime too many ships at once go through the ring gate, or like every certain amount of ships, one of them doesn't come out the other side. I don't think we ever quite learn where they go, like what exactly happens to them. There's some trippy stuff where, you know, it knocks everyone unconscious for like 3 minutes, or like just some crazy stuff. There's a giant like diamond that's found. Dr. Okoye, I hope she makes an appearance next season. That would be dope. Just like there's so many crazy things that go down regarding like what all that red mist stuff was. Like, people who don't read the books probably looked at it and they're like, what the frick is going on? You know, is this some threat? Yes and no. Depends on your actions. But it's crazy. Like, it's insane that like this thing, if you piss it off, can wipe out everything. Like, I'm sorry, I spoiled so much. I mean, I tried to be vague about it. Dang it, I'm sorry. I just started talking. I might, I'm gonna go, I'll say this, and then I'll cut it and add it back to the beginning. This post-episode discussion is gonna be filled heavily with spoilers. So if that is something you don't want to be heard, I mean, they're not like specific spoilers, but they're vague spoilers, but you can glean a decent amount of info from that. So if that's something you don't want to hear, don't just don't watch the post episode discussion. Yeah, I'll cut that and put it at the beginning. Yeah. Frick, there's so many things. This season was real good. I think this season was better than last season. But also it was very different. I think season 4 was kind of just reintroducing us to the world of like what can happen and how weird things can get again. And then this was like setting up this season almost sets up the next 4 books quite a bit, which is why it's surprising that they're ending after next season. And again, they set up storylines that I don't know how they're going to be able to tackle, because some of the storylines they set up carry through multiple books worth of stuff. So it's like, are they planning on doing movies for The Expanse? Are they planning on, like, what's the plan? Because like that red mist stuff, that's like a multi-book thing that carries through. Winston Duarte and Laconia, that's a multi-book thing. Lots of stuff happens. There's so one thing, some differences. Fred Johnson died mid-season. In the books, he dies next book, or he might die after the time jump, because they're like burning hard and trying to evade and fire at Marco's ships, or the Laconian ships, one of them. I don't remember who is shooting at them, but they're like burning hard and doing all this stuff, and Fred Johnson has a stroke and dies. I think that's how it happens. So yeah, there's so many different things. Alex dies, he doesn't die in the books. So next season is pretty much wide open for anything can happen, and that's actually really exciting, because a lot of the things that I think might happen because I've read the books probably won't happen. Like if I didn't know anything about the outside actor situation with Alex, I would not have been able to tell you that Alex died this season. If I would have seen him die, and I would have been pissed. I would have been furious. I would be like, "Are you kidding me?" Like that's how he dies. And it was kind of a crappy way for him to die, not gonna lie. But I'm excited. I'm excited for next season, because really anything can happen. And it may or may not be what we want, but we'll see what happens. Yeah. If you are here at the post-episode discussion, at the end of it, and you were like one of those brave souls that were like, okay, I'm fine with spoilers. What do you think about anything that I said? What do you think is going to happen next season? If you're a book reader, like, how do you think things will go? Like, let me know. What did you think of this season as a whole? I thought it was really good. I think it was better than last season. There's probably somewhat of a drop-off in viewership because it's, the next season, season 5 compared to season 4. I don't think they did as much promo for this season as they did for last season. Part of that probably due to, again, the outside actor situation. I feel like that threw a massive wrench into the works for Amazon's plans to market this show, because they weren't really sure what's going to happen going forward. Hopefully next season they market the crap out of it, because this show is so flipping good. Like, this is one of the most underrated TV shows in such a long time, and it doesn't get a ton of viewerships, partly because it's on Amazon Prime, which I think has some of the lowest subscriber counts of the major things. I mean, you like to think how many people use Amazon. A surprising amount don't watch stuff on Amazon Prime. I think Netflix has the most, and then I think Disney Plus actually has the second most. And then I think Amazon Prime, and then HBO Max, and I think Hulu's somewhere in there. But yeah, I think that's kind of been an issue with a lot of Amazon shows, is lack of the same amount of viewership. Although The Boys did really, really well. And I hope the Lord of the Rings series does really, really well. I think Amazon is kind of on the up and up in terms of viewership and quality and all that jazz. I think they need to do a slightly better job at promoting Amazon Prime Video over, or not over Amazon, but like separate from regular Amazon, because I think a lot of people don't realize that it's a thing. Yeah, I don't know. Let me know, again, all your thoughts on this season, the season finale, how character arcs went, how you thought they should have gone, what do you think is going to happen next. Yeah, again, sorry that I had such long gaps in between these episodes. You know, when time-sensitive episodes for other shows come out, I wanted to focus on those, partly due to, you know, my videos for this show aren't getting a ton of views. I mean, they're still getting views, and thank you to those people that are here, but sometimes, you know, when other shows like Bridgerton or something like that, when they have thousands of people, like the majority of my subscriber base being like, hey, when's this coming? I kind of got to focus on that a little bit, but I'm glad they're here. I hope next season they don't do the thing where they release 3 episodes and then do week to week to week, because it makes it hard to catch up and maintain. Because like, if I do 1 episode a week, I'm already 2-3 episodes behind, and that's not good. So hopefully they just do 1 episode each week. That would be prime. I don't know. I think that's all I got to say. Thank you for watching. I love you. If you liked what you saw and didn't hate my spoiler talk after, even though I warned you, I am gonna cut that and put it back right at the beginning. I did warn you, so please don't hate me for that. If you liked what you saw, anything, please leave a like. If you didn't like it, go ahead and dislike. That's fine. I mean, hopefully you don't dislike it. You know, I want people to like, but it's not going to be the end of the world if you didn't like it. If you want to see more of my reactions to any other shows I'm watching, can't say The Expanse, I just finished it. WandaVision, Falcon and Winter Soldier, Bad Batch, Loki, really any Marvel show that's coming up, any Star Wars show that's coming up, Outer Banks Season 2 eventually, whenever that comes out. Make sure you're subscribed and ring the bell so you're notified when I upload. Again, I have a Patreon, so if you're interested in supporting me outside of YouTube, whether that be a $3 just, hey, I like you, or if you want the full-length reactions to these episodes, you can go there if that is interesting to you. But otherwise, I think that's all I got to say. Thank you guys for watching. It's always a fun journey watching these shows with you, so thank you again. Love you very much. I will catch you guys next season or on a different show. Peace.